Hello everybody. Welcome to a I know this is a random ass like opening, but it's not gonna really muster up right now. So welcome back to welcome back to another video where we discuss AUs again. The last time we've done this was probably since summer. And if you hear my parents talking in the background, that's they're talking about stuff. But here we are gonna record. I'm gonna record this really quickly, actually, because I got somewhere to be in like an hour. So that's why I'm recording now, this video. So that's why I wanted to just, sorry if I sound tired. Again, I kind of woke up like a couple hours ago, maybe like less than an hour ago. So or at least a little bit over an hour ago, sorry. I know that today's the anniversary of, Silent Beacontown. I'm sorry if I didn't plan anything big, other than maybe later posting, like, a remake of an art piece, but that's not really a whole lot, is it? So that's why I wanted to make a dedicated video of me doing a doing a thing, for this, or I thought, I'm sorry, I'm very blank. So yeah. This AU was created 5 years ago today. I think, I'm only going by what when my first art piece was posted of the AU. That's the only date I go by. It's like the same thing with Ironhearted, which was the last video I've created, that, at least, how long ago was that? 7 months ago? 7 months ago, I actually discussed about my Ironhearted AU, which is technically, well, if you don't know what that is, or if you haven't been listening, or don't remember, it's my, Fullmetal Alchemist AU my story mode AU that basically takes on the story of Fullmetal Alchemist, so that's what's going on. That's what it is. So the point is, that's the last time I did it, and now we're doing the same format for this video, because why not do it, like, oh wait, no, Ironhearted was not the last one I did, it was Radical Decade, which is my 80s high school AU that I did, years ago. So I thought putting on Silent Hill music would actually help the mood a little bit, because why not? Because we're here. It's a Silent Hill AU. We can't be here without that. So this is where we are now. So a little backstory on this AU. I'm gonna try getting my I'm gonna get the DeviantArt page ready real quick. I don't know how long this is gonna be, but it probably won't be terribly too long. So that's that yeah. It's not gonna be that. So a little backstory on the AU. This AU was created during the time when I got into Silent Hill for the first time. And this was during my first year in high school when I created this AU. And if you may remember, in my restless dreams, I see that town. Sorry, no. If you remember me talking about, in my last video with the reacting to the videos, oh god, we're transitioning into the era where I'm going to high school for the first time. So, this AU was created within, like, those months of the first, like, half of the year. So let me get my let me show my screen real quick. So I'm currently, hang on, sorry, I'm like, so here's my DeviantArt page. I might have to change my username because first of all, it's really old. I don't go by that name anymore, but, you know, the only way you could really, change your name is get core, which, okay, this song's not, can I skip this, please? Okay, that song's not even fitting at all. Jesus Christ. Okay, hang on. Okay. That's a better one. That's a better one. So, Silent Hill, originally this AU was actually not its own, like, it was not originally going to be based off the storyline of story mode. It was actually going to be in, like, oh, the characters are in Silent Hill, and they're, you know, they're like, you know, Harry Mason, or, like, James Sunderland, which are the protagonists of the first couple of games. But then I'm like, no, that sounds stupid. So, I decided to make it my, its own thing and call it Silent Beacontown after, like, a long time. Sorry, I'm pulling up art pieces. I'll review these over. I have taken pictures of, hang on, sorry. Just trying to get the recent. Is this all I made? Are you kidding me? Is this all I've made for this? No. There's gotta be more of this. There's gotta be more. I still keep their names as Sunderland because it's like a nod to the games a bit. Oh, there's one there. Alright, so give me a second. Let's go over the first. This is the first art piece, and you can tell this is where the anniversary date came from. So this is Jesse. This is my old Jesse. This is back when it was just referred to Silent Hill and not Silent Beacontown. Wait, can I? Oh, shit. There we go. Ah, yeah, now we're getting more. Okay, so... Wait a minute. I'm trying to, like, gather, okay, hang on. Okay, right around here. Okay, we interviewed that. Did that. Don't know if that came up yet. That has some of it in there. Okay. I think that's all we can really muster up. So, these might be out of order. So, just bear that in mind. So, of course, this is the first one. I remember making this. This was because I was like, oh, what if a thing came out? Or what if what if Jesse was in Silent Hill? So this is like when I had way too much fun with the airbrush tool. And, created this. Let's see what the description says here. Sorry, I'm yawning. Oh god, not this song. So I'm gonna change that. Perfect. It's creepy. It's the whole point of the fucking thing. So, this was published like a day after this was created. And then I said in the description here, this is when I was like back when I was like 14. I said, this is obviously a parody fanfic. It's like my other parodies like The Shining. Like, oh yeah, The Shining was a thing back then too. Like of them. Okay. They are stuff that I really like, but with MCSM characters. I don't know why I do it in the first place. In this fic, Jesse plays the role of James Sunderland. Or James Sunderland. So you can see that this originally was an AU that was not like original. It was just gonna be based off of like just the games itself. Here's another. This is when I named him Jesse Sunderland. This was way later in April. He's wearing the jacket and he's holding the pipe or whatever. This person, and then I say here, yeah, I don't know why I love Silent Hill. It's just so interesting. Yeah, Konami owns it. Published May 4th, 2019. This was nearly 5 years ago. I refuse to believe that 2019 was 5 years ago. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Hang on, let me... Let's see, maybe... Sorry, I'm trying to... Alright. It's really all about this, this one AU thing. Hang on, I'm trying this playlist, bro. Here we go, this should be calming enough. That's the safe theme, okay. Wait, what's this one? Here we go. That's a good one. So again, this one I think it's really dingy. I think I made a remake of this. You'll see this pop up eventually, as a remake. It'll get there. So, alright, so the next one in line is actually a bass test that I did. This was later in 2019. I wanted to do it, for some odd reason. I didn't continue basses after this. I said, yeah, yet again, another bass. I decided to do something for my Silent Hill AU. Jesse's depressed about something. Silent Hill belongs to whatever. I love how this is just literally Pyramid Head emoticons. There's really much to say about that. This was my first Silent Hill cover for Wattpad that I created. This is really... Look how different... Oh my god, this is so dingy. Oh my god. I don't like this. Finally made a cover for this. I don't own any of the games or Lucas. I just made the concept. I just made the concept and made it. Don't you mean I own the concept and made it? MCSM belongs to Telltale Games and Silent Hill belongs to Konami. So yeah, this was the cover for a while. And here's the second one. This is before, again, this is before Silent Beacontown was, or this AU was called Silent Beacontown, so it's just, it was referred to as the Silent Hill. So there's Jesse again with the, I'm sorry, this foggy background. This was much later, this was in 2020. This was how my art in 2020 was, if you guys remember. So I drew Jesse Sunderland and then, you know, the FF7 AU that I did the same year, or created the same year. So there's when Silent Beacontown was created. I think this, I still haven't come up with a name for the Final Fantasy VII AU yet. And SB stands for Silent Beacontown. So 2020 was definitely the year when I named it the way it was. So that's pretty neat. Here's Jesse Sunderland Silent. So yeah, this is when I started calling things Silent Beacontown from now on. So that's what I did. There's an animation that I did that year. This is the thumbnail for it. So let me watch it real quick here. All rise for this because this, I think I'll cover this. Actually, you know what? Hang on, wait a minute. Hang on. Oh my god, why is this thing not even going full screen as it's supposed to? Yeah, it's very, what the fuck? Don't tell me, dude. Are you serious? Okay, hang on. There we go. I fixed it. I had to do escape and in the videos, I might skip this one since we're already covering it in this video. So here's the animation that the thumbnail takes. It's not great, but it was my first attempt of trying to do walking cycles, or like at least something. This is based off that scene where James is kind of like, what the fuck is that noise? This is an actual scene in the game. So It's like the only good 2020 was like full of like animations that I did. That like random ass animations that I did. And that was for the Halloween that year. Alright, back to the... Okay. So back to the, I should have clicked on the fucking art piece. So back to the thing here. This was created a year later. This was in 2021. This was just sketches I decided to do because I haven't probably drawn him in a while. I realized that I barely draw this guy. Even though this is like one of my favorite AUs of all time. Like one of my favorite AUs I've created. So yeah, there's Jesse Sunderland again. His hair is a bit spiky. So this was created like summer 2021. Here's Lucas. This was my old hairstyle of Lucas. So this was me when I drew him around the same time. Here's the cover image I made a year later for Wattpad. This was the image cover for Wattpad for a while, but you'll see there's a change in that. Here's Jesse in earlier of 2022. There's the date there. There's him hurt. I always draw him hurt. This was Halloween of 2022. This was when I was in college by then. So, it's a bit of spoilery for Silent Beacontown, but this is what the concept is. He faces his own conscience, because Jesse's inner demon that I created for, because Silent Hill's about your inner demons and shit. This is all about your his inner demon, where he thinks he's a monster, and that's what that's what the town's inflicting on him in the whole time. That's the whole game. That's the whole like point. I remember being so proud of this. When, oh god, this fucking music. This reminds me of that meme, the Megamind meme. Hang on, sorry. No, it's too... Okay, so... This is, you know, I really love the design of this. I think there's an earlier design art piece we just covered, and this was like the first time I drew him in. Shut up. Here we go. Rename this video as a person trying to... Taylor trying to, you know... Taylor trying to set up this whole thing. And I just realized that the bottom here is not even, covering the... whatever, it's fine. So, yep, that's one of my favorite art pieces of that year. Here is another Silent... This was the day before. This is basically Jesse with the jukebox. That's his iron rod or whatever. His lantern. It's all bandaged and battered and shit. You know, angsty stuff. Here's that remake that we saw earlier. So, let me compare it. So remember, it's this one. And then here's the remake of it. So, 2019, 2023. So, you can see the improvement is immense. Even the, even the emotion is conveyed better. You know? Even the hair is, like, done better. Anyway. So this is the new Silent Beacontown 1 art. This is for the cover page. This is the high definition version. Here's the high definition version of Silent Hill, not Silent Hill, Silent Beacontown 2. I'd never done a pose like this, and this is the first time I've done this. I'm really proud of it. It's really nice. I think I forgot to execute that line or whatever, but there's even some detail with the nose being more in front of a different pose, and the hair kind of overseeping this here. Here's more infants. I love the filter I put on for this. And here's the amulet that is an important item in the story. You can tell the middle's cracked. And you know, Jesse's supposed to represent the middle, right? Or like, you know, and, you know, the white, you know, is Lucas, and the other two are Axel, Olivia, and Petra's supposed to be like the light blue one. But it's cracked in the middle. That's a symbolize a symbol. I forgot. Like a symbol for Jesse's broken, like, you know, haha, very, very original. But that's the symbolic, yeah, that's the word, symbolic piece of, I'm really proud of this. I remember, like, linking this, and I was really proud of it. This would be used as the cover. This is the cover of Silent Beacontown 1. Here's the second one. It was smushed down. Oh yeah, this was another thing. Hang on a minute. Okay, cool one. So this was created a while ago. This was created like this Discord a while ago. This is what I was back then on Discord here. So this is what happens if Jesse's AUs like met each other, and I drew Jesse Sunderland right here. That's Radical Decade Jesse right here, which is Jesse Seinfeld. I absolutely love the hair that his is more like, it seems like it's more ruffled and stuff. And the fingers, man. Oh, this one's old. We're taking a throwback. This was created in 2020. This was supposedly the Jesse that... I should remake this, you know. This would kind of be fun to remake, actually. I have a high, like, hunch to remake this. But this is supposedly the scene where, like, the other Jesse's like, do you remember what you did? Like, you think yourself as a monster kind of deal. This is, like, a new pose I was trying out, too, where, like, the square head's kind of, like, different. Or whatever. Okay, so here's that monster Jesse design, or the Otherworld Jesse, I call it. So there's that first design I created of it. So, with its long tongue and everything. Here's another art. This is an art piece back in 2020, of course. This is another one. This is supposed to be like a scene where Jesse would hallucinate his friends. His friends. I think that was the point of this art piece, I'm sure. He looks so different compared to like what I do now. Like, that's weird. Here's a 2021 design of Lucas. This is back when I drew his hair like that. Here's like a Halloween thing. I did Otherworld Jesse in this one. This was in 2021. There's him, my redesign of him again. This is another Halloween drawing. This mutated Lucas thing was a part of an AU that's like canceled now. The Otherworld Lucas is the one to pay attention to. This is probably like the most disturbing scene or like concept I've ever come up with. It's where Jesse hallucinates or see that, you know, that one thing in episode 6 where hang on, sorry. Hang on. Trying to find a good... Okay, hang on, sorry. So you know the concept here, is... For Otherworld Lucas here, it's basically Jesse's, like, hallucination of, like, his friends and stuff. And you know that y'all see all this purple stuff all over him? Yeah, those are endermites. And basically, they've taken over his body. You know that this is a reference to episode 6, where Cassie Rose is like, traps him in a trap, or like, you're gonna be eaten by endermites. And I'm just like, I'll take that and make that a concept. So, there is gonna be a planned scene, or at least for now, there is going to be a planned scene where this happens, where his body gets, it's where it gets, like, eaten alive by endermites. And I'm like, that's a good concept. That would actually be really fucking good. But it's creepy as fuck. It's like Creepshow. You know what I mean? It's very like Creepshow. If you don't know what that movie is, it's an old 80s movie that's, like, written by Stephen King. It's kind of like that vibe. I know. It's the most disturbing thing ever. Here's the art piece I created for when Silent Beacontown turned 3 years old, and now now it's 5 years old. And here's Lucas. Here's Jesse. You've probably seen the speed paint for this. This is Petra. She's in the third one. And finally, Aiden is in the fourth one, where he deals with his own stuff. But 1 and 2 are my favorite. Can you already tell? Yeah, I made a speed paint for this a while ago. So yeah, that's fun, right? I didn't get around making an art piece yet, but I will soon. This is... Do you hear that? Like, that is when Jesse hears the sirens. This was in 2022. Yeah, the mysterious siren, and then he's the only one who hears it. And here's another art piece of the same month. This is him just having that jukebox. The jukebox is basically the radio, like in Silent Hill. Like, Silent Hill has the radio, Silent Beacontown has the jukebox. Here's Jesse with all those cuts again. And that's it. That's everything, actually. So what I might do, if this is the this she's outside thing is like, if you saw that, then that's for another scary story. That was an old scary story I created. But what I was thinking of doing was actually reading hang on, sorry. What I was going to think of doing was going to read the Wattpad. Say of doing the Wattpad live reading thing, so it's actually pretty interesting since I want to read it, because it's a draft. Chapter 2 hasn't been posted, but it's there though. Since this first story is based off Silent Hill 1, we're gonna play some Silent Hill 1 music. And so give me a second. I'm trying to find the good music to play for this. So I'll play this eventually when so this is Silent Beacontown 1. This is like what I have for a draft for the story. This is my introductions notes of like the history and stuff. I've done this for like Radical Decade as well. And it says, "Hello there. Welcome to the first story in my Silent Beacontown series. I appreciate you for clicking on this to check it out. I'm not going to keep you too long in this introduction or give too much away, but I wanted to give a little background on this AU. First off, the title you may or may not know that this AU is based on the concept of the survival horror series, Silent Hill. It is a psychological horror game series created by Konami and Team Silent. I started creating this AU in December of 2018, back when I was just a freshman in high school. Now I'm a senior graduating this year at the time as I'm typing this." Oh. Well, this is when I typed it? Wow, okay. Well, I guess I'm basically a sophomore in college now, but I never really posted anything on Wattpad about it until now, you see. In the beginning, the story wasn't really called Silent Beacontown, as I mentioned earlier, at first because the main setting wasn't in Beacontown to begin with. But over time, I just explained this earlier, that the original story was taking place in the actual Silent Hill before it was taking an original turn. But over time, as I was developing it, I decided to base it in the universe of MCSM to make it more interesting, while of course having the elements of Silent Hill sprinkle around. And now here we are. Honestly, Silent Beacontown has to become one of my favorite AUs that I've written out of the other ones I've come up with. Probably because of how interesting the concept is, and I've never seen people this sort of, and I have never seen people do this sort of thing with MCSM yet so far, so I guess that's a win. There are currently 4 works of Silent Beacontown to get to, and I'm excited to share them with you. But first, let's dive right into the underworld with the first one. The one that stars Lucas as the main perspective. So, yeah, so that's pretty cool. This is the prologue, for it. It's pretty neat. Okay, let's read the prologue. Founders Day was once again upon the new Order of the Stone. It was about a few months since the admin's incident, and Beacontown was starting to go back to the way it was. Founders Day was once again upon the new Order of the Stone. It was about a few months since the admin incident, and Beacontown was just starting to go back to being the way it always was, and has been a fun, small, cozy little town. The incident that the town was recovering from was something that shook the small. The incident that the town was recovering from was something that shook the small community. The time when the town was nearly bedrocked over. Luckily, the mayor of Beacontown, who goes by the name of mayor of Beacontown, who goes by the name Jesse, who is also the leader of the order, saved the town and once again saved the world from turmoil. Beacontown, of course, took a while to recover from the admin, or Romeo has done. After Jesse had saved the world again, Romeo promised him that he'll do his best to redeem himself. There was no way that Jesse would have left him behind in that terminal space. Just as Jack predicted, Romeo was now doing community service ever since that day and continues to do work. The tower that Romeo built in Beacontown nearby, the famed Order Hall. The tower that Romeo put in Beacontown near the famed Order Hall was now a part of the town itself, and a project. Sorry, I'm like blanking. The tower that Romeo built, that Romeo had put in Beacontown near the famed Order Hall was now a part of the town itself, and a part of a project known as the Beautification Project. Despite Beacontown being a small town, and it was nearly thrown into enslavement, there might be something deeper that lies in the heart of the town. Maybe Beacontown is not what it seems to be. There's a secret that lies around the land of Beacontown. There's something that had happened, even when the town didn't exist, or have been established yet. It is not the Witherstorm or the admin. There is buried history in this land that not everyone knows about. As the old saying goes, there is more than meets the eye. So, Chapter 1. So hang on, let me find like a good like playlist of this. Okay. I don't know what to play here. The clock patches, hang on. Okay, this is the only one that's like calm and stuff, I don't know. I'm trying to find a good one. That's an ad. Stupid ass ads. Trying to find the good mood. There we go. That's much better. I think. I don't know. I'm gonna try it anyway. Chapter 1. Despair gives courage to a coward. Thomas Fuller. It was about 3 weeks before Founders Day. Lucas was at his old log cabin, gathering things to head over to Beacontown. He was grabbing the last of his belongings to head to his new home. Lucas remembers what he said to Jesse the time when Petra was leaving Beacontown. I think I'm closing that chapter of my life for a while. It's time to settle down. Here. Lucas smiled to himself. It was at that thought that he could finally see his friends again, after isolating himself in the woods for about 6 years. On top of that, Lucas was for sure going to miss this place. He was going to quiz. What? What am I saying? He is going to miss the quiet breezes, the rush of the river that's nearby, and the big space. This was another reason why Lucas was moving. It was getting a bit too lonely out here. Lucas finally gathered what he needed to grab and then made his way towards the front door of the cabin. As he opened the door and proceeded to go outside, Lucas turned his head to look behind him in the vacant space of what is now the old cabin. There was a few mere seconds of reminiscing before Lucas then turned his head back forward and then proceeded to continue. Outside, Lucas's horse was tied to a post right next to the cabin. On the brown horse, there were saddlebags attached to the saddle seat. Lucas proceeded to walk over to the horse, but the last of his things in the saddlebags and untied his horse. Put the last of his things in the saddlebags, and then untied his horse. As Lucas was now going to hop into the saddle seat, he patted the horse's snout and then got on. After doing so, Lucas proceeded to grab the reins and turned his horse around in the direction where he came to get to the cabin, the direction to get to Beacontown. Lucas then looked back at his old cabin once again for a few seconds before he turned back to look ahead and spoke. "All right, old girl, let's go. Ha!" I can't do voice acting right now. I'm not feeling it. The brown horse proceeded to start galloping after Lucas commanded her to move. Lucas was now making his last trip from the cabin and making his journey back to his new home, Beacontown. It was a bit of a ride, but the horse went as fast as she could. Lucas still held on to the reins tightly. All Lucas was thinking about was finishing his goal, which way to make it to Beacontown, and finally settling down, while seeing his friends, of course. Lucas felt the wind that was surrounding him. It whipped past his ears, it was hitting his warm face, and he could feel it running through his blonde hair. Of course, the wind made it a bit cold, but which Lucas caused to tug on his new brown jacket closer to himself, but his horse still ran on. It didn't take long for Lucas to eventually see Beacontown in the distance and find the cobblestone road that leads up to town. There were nearby trees scattered across the grassy fields, and Lucas was trying to be careful not to run into them. Lucas eventually made his horse go to get on the straight cobblestone path. The town was finally closer now by this point. Besides the sounds of winds gushing, whistling around, and the noise of the horse's gallops on the cobblestone ground, Lucas was lost in thought again. His mind was focused on what his goals were, and thinking about what to do next after he moved in. Suddenly, in a quick second, something went onto the cobblestone road. A fox was scattering across the stone path. Lucas was too lost in his thoughts, and it only took his horse to get startled and freak out at the sight of the fox. Lucas snapped back in reality as he felt his horse raise on her hind legs. Lucas tried to hold on desperately to the reins, but it wasn't a tight enough grip. With a yelp, Lucas fell off his horse and landed on his back. It knocked the wind out of him and caused him to also hit his head. The impact of his head on the cobblestone ground was enough to knock him out. All Lucas could see now was darkness. So, I never got around to writing chapter 2 yet, but, oh, sorry, hang on. Give me a second, let me find... Hang on a second, sorry. So, never got around making the second chapter yet, but I'm hoping to. So, this is the end of the video. I know this is very quick, but like I said in the beginning, I do have to be somewhere. But that is what I have for you. I know it's not a whole lot, but I wasn't expecting this video to be too long. But, yeah, I just wanted to show off some art because, why not? And of course, read some of Silent Beacontown stuff, really quick, because I thought it would be cool. So yeah, this marks the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed me rambling on this, like, rambling for 40 minutes about my AU that's, like, barely really had anything like the other ones, but, yeah, I really enjoyed doing this a lot, despite it not being too much, but I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the art. I forgot to make a art piece for today, but I'll definitely make one for sure, celebrating the 5th anniversary. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you, at least found some enjoyment, despite it not being terribly too much. But, yeah, I know it's New Year's Eve, or whatever. I know it's New Year's is coming up. I might do a special video for New Year's Eve, or something, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. So, with that being said, I'm going to sign off before it gets too creepy with the music. But thank you for watching, and have a great day. Peace out. See you sometime. Or maybe not, unless this will be my last video of, I don't know. It's probably not going to be my last video of 2023. It can't be. This is stupid to end off of. Anyway, catch you on the flip side. Peace out. Bye.